Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Wisdom Wednesday broadcast with myself, Temba Robin, and today we have a very special guest in the house. We have Dondre Steyn, who's coming to tell us a little bit about creating a portfolio for visual communications or graphic design. Dondre, how are you?
Fine, thanks, and you, Temba?
Lekker, man. So to kick us off, I think it's important for us to get to know a little bit more about you. So can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
Yeah, certainly. I have a master's degree in fine arts, and for the past decade or so, I've been a practicing artist as well as a visual communication educator, currently employed at CTU Training Solutions.
Sure, Dondre is wearing all the badges. So to kick off our conversation today, I think it's probably quite important for myself and the viewers at home to firstly understand what is a portfolio when we say portfolio.
Okay, a portfolio is a document of evidence showcasing what you can do in terms of visual communication or graphic design. It functions as a kind of a CV where you show your creative talents, as it was.
Okay, and so it's kind of like a CV for artists. Why is it important to have a portfolio?
So we as visual communicators are in a field where we're lucky that we don't only have to rely on some kind of certification or qualification in order to tell people what we can do. We can physically show them what we are capable of, and this is where the portfolio comes in. It's there to show off a little bit, showing what you can do, how your creativity works, etc.
Cool. So we know what a portfolio is, why it's important to the potential students at home. Could you give them some tips and tricks or things to consider when they're compiling an entrance portfolio?
Certainly. Firstly, contrary to popular belief, you do not actually require art as a matric subject in order to be able to study visual communication or graphic design.
Okay.
The only thing that you require really is a portfolio.
Okay.
Now, in this portfolio, we require about 10 artworks. Now, a good place to start with these 10 artworks is drawing.
Okay.
If you look at the Italian word for drawing, disegno, it kind of doesn't only refer to the craftsmanship of drawing, but actually anything design orientated. To quote the Renaissance artist Giorgio Vasari, drawing is the start of everything.
Yeah.
Without it, you have nothing. And if you think about it, everything that we engage with, from the buildings that we live in, the chair we're sitting in, even the device that we're...
Cars.
Yeah, everything is started with a drawing. And that is a very good place to start, is with this drawing. And in graphic design, we use drawings as a means of process, taking what is in our minds and making it real by putting it on the piece of paper, and then working through our ideas and building up a visual language of sorts. But it doesn't only end there. Drawing in itself can become the end product as well, where it can take the form of an editorial illustration or even a fantasy artwork, such as a floating maze, for example. Now, when it comes to the portfolio, it's not that you have to use pen or pencils to make a drawing. You can use any medium or combinations of mediums as you see fit. And if you think about it, painting is just another form of drawing. And we require two types of artworks. The first one we call observational drawing. So this is looking at something and trying to represent it on a piece of paper as accurately as possible. Now, this can take the form of a still life, where you take some fruit and vegetables, arrange them nicely and make a drawing of it. Or you can look at your environment, either a natural environment or a built environment, where we use perspective to create the illusion of three-dimensional depth on a two-dimensional surface, such as a piece of paper. Or alternatively, life sketching, where we do figure studies and you just draw people as they go about in their daily lives, or focusing on a hand or a face or something like that, just to showcase that you can accurately represent reality. The second one we have is what we call creative art. Now, creative art is a little bit more about communicating a message or telling a story of sorts. Now here, it can be anything, such as using social media or commenting on how social media informs how we see ourselves in our current situation, or even how we engage with information in the digital age, or alternatively just showing us the stories that we all know and love.
Yeah. Wow, you've got the potential to make a really robust portfolio. You're not locked into doing anything specific. You can have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, certainly.
Cool. So before we wrap it up, I think for the viewers at home, we are going to ask Dundre to dive into his treasure chest of knowledge and maybe give us a top tip from the Dundre Vault. What can you tell us?
Well, in my experience, drawing is a skill and anybody can learn to draw. The only requirement is a willingness to try. And that's what I would say for these portfolios, is to try and show off a little bit. Show us what you are capable of doing.
Yeah, I like that. That's a cool top tip. So drawing is a skill that you can learn. I think I'm going to try. I hope Dundre's got many hours to try and teach me. But if this is something that interests you, go and check it out on the CTU website. But from myself here, Temba Robin, and Dundre, thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, Emma.
This has been another episode of Wisdom Wednesday. This is us out. We'll catch you next time. Hey, you. Hey, yeah, you. Don't miss the next episode of the Wisdom Wednesday Newsish broadcast. Give this video a like and subscribe to CTU Training Solutions YouTube channel. And if you want to apply for any of our programs and courses, click the link in the video description below. Down there. It's down somewhere there. You guys know where to find it.